Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana Midday.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana Midday. I'm Dylan Selke. Gunfire erupted at an ICE facility in Dallas, Texas this morning. Authorities say at least 2 detainees were taken to the hospital. The accused shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. She said there were multiple injuries and fatalities. So far, there's no word about a possible motive or the identity of the suspect. An investigation into the incident is ongoing. In a social media post, Noem said, quote, "ICE law enforcement is facing unprecedented violence against them. It must stop." The family of a New York man who died after being beaten by prison officers is pushing a new prison reform bill. The call for action follows Monday's guilty pleas from 4 former corrections officers involved in the death of Robert Brooks. Natalie Calzatoni reports.
Sign these bills! Sign these bills!
The End Prison Violence campaign joined the family of Rochester native Robert Brooks Tuesday to demand Governor Kathy Hochul sign the omnibus prison reform bill into law.
But my son's murder was documented. God made sure of that. It was videotaped. It happened. And all we are trying to do is to prevent it from happening again.
Assemblyman Damon Meek says this bill will take steps to bring accountability and transparency into the prison system.
It ensures families are notified when a loved one dies in custody, requires timely disclosure of video footage, and directs a full study of deaths in our correctional facilities of tragedies like those of Robert Brooks and Messiah Nantwi.
This call for action follows Monday's guilty pleas from 4 of the former Marcy corrections officers charged in connection with Brooks's beating death. 2 of the former COs pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter, and 2 others admitted to neglecting their duty to intervene.
I want to say they did not do this out of the kindness out of their heart. They did this because they are scared. We have so much confidence that the ones that didn't plead guilty, they can go to trial. It's all right. We think we're gonna get what we need to get. We're gonna get justice.
4 of the other former COs rejected plea deals and await trial in early October. In the meantime, Brooks's family continues pushing for prison reform.
So please, sign those bills.
The governor's office says the administration continues to explore a number of options to improve the system through a new corrections officer recruitment efforts and policy reforms. With record high tariffs, inflation is taking a toll on your checkbook. Chief financial officers say inflation could have been about a third lower this year with President Donald Trump's historically high tariffs. That's according to the CFO survey done by Duke University and the Federal Reserve Banks of Richmond and Atlanta. Researchers say findings dispute President Trump's repeated claims that his tariffs are not causing price hikes for U.S. consumers. Several major companies, including Walmart, Nike, Target, and Mattel, say the tariffs will force them to raise prices on some of their items. The CFOs also expect tariffs will account for about 25% of price increases for 2026. Jimmy Kimmel has his show back, and he used his return last night to defend free speech. The episode marks the end of a suspension, but it might be the beginning of a larger clash between ABC and the Trump administration. Amy Kiley has more.
Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted.
Jimmy Kimmel Live is back after a nearly week-long suspension. Disney says it objected to the host's comments after Charlie Kirk's murder. Kimmel addresses that in his return monologue.
I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. Ever.
Kimmel's also defending free speech with humor.
The guy in Germany offered me a job. Can you imagine? This country has become so authoritarian, the Germans are like, come here.
Some repeat audience members say this taping felt different.
There was a gravity, but also happiness of just being back.
Disney says it lifted the suspension after, quote, thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. Critics claim it originally caved to President Donald Trump. He says Kimmel's return on ABC, quote, puts the network in jeopardy. He adds, quote, we're going to test ABC out on this. Sinclair and Nexstar Media are continuing to preempt the show on their stations. The FCC chair applauds them for what he calls standing up to a national programmer. The preemptions are a financial hit for Disney. Some analysts say a boycott from Kimmel fans would have been worse.
Money was the impetus for the first decision and pulling Jimmy Kimmel off the air, and money is the impetus for returning him.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Trump's post also suggests he'll extract a financial price for Kimmel's return. He writes, quote, last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. An effort to better understand the cosmic shield that surrounds the solar system is underway. It's called the heliosphere, and it's basically a big bubble that protects planets, including the Earth, from the cosmic radiation that surrounds the Milky Way. The NASA mission is called the Interstellar Mapping and Acceleration Probe, or IMAP. It will take a close look at how solar wind is formed and its reactions with the interstellar space around the heliosphere. Researchers say the IMAP will give scientists information that could help predict solar storms more accurately. Let's take a look at today's NewsLink Indiana weather. These are the conditions right now. It's 72 degrees under cloudy skies. Expect a good chance of more rain today with a high in the low 70s. Things will get brighter and warmer in the 7-day forecast, and high temperatures will rise into the 80s this weekend. With a new academic year underway, Ball State students of the Estopano College of Architecture and Planning, or CAP, take part in an exciting project. NewsLink Indiana's Joey Thielen explains.
Ball State CAP undergraduates are competing in a semester-long competition to help redesign part of the village as a part of the university's redevelopment project. Associate Professor of Urban Planning Lauren Deeg explains this is a rare opportunity for students.
We had a wonderful opportunity from the President's Office and from Business Affairs to help rethink this portion of the master plan. There are 5 major sites in the over $90 million of development, and there was an opportunity to rethink and retool the initial ideas for Site 4.
The CAP department created a poll, and CAP students distributed the poll to other Ball State students and people in Muncie to find out what they would like to see built at Site 4. Students would then work alone or in teams to design and submit a proposal for the site using the data from the polls. CAP student Graham Kelly explains he's interested in what works at other places.
So looking at other universities like Ball State, they've brought in similar developments, and it's really helped their village community. And so that was our goal for this project.
Graham hopes that the design of Site 4 will help boost the popularity of the village for students and the Muncie community.
I think the end result is that the village sort of has a renaissance where we have more students wanting to live near the village, more people want to visit the village, and just have a more prosperous village overall.
In Muncie, Joey Thielen, NewsLink Indiana.
Ball State students and Muncie residents can give feedback on the design proposals the first Thursday, October 2nd, by going to the Student Center. And that's your NewsLink Indiana webcast for today. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us tonight at 6:57 on Ball State PBS. And for news anywhere, anytime, go to cardinalmediabsu.com.